Guys, we are in a legit studio, a cute little place called Burbank. Have you heard of it? But we have a really exciting episode. Well, I'm excited about it. As per usual, you have prepped. I am here to react in real time, and I've done my own kind of research because the topic today, is the top 10 best and top 10 worst things that artificial intelligence has done this year. This year being 2025, if you're watching this in the future.
Yep.
I had a little browse online as we were prepping for this episode, but you have prepared the actual lists.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to see whether your prepared list lines up with the research that I've done.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you. Right off the bat, I was finding a lot of bad stuff, and the good stuff was a little, you had to dig a little deeper.
It was really hard to find.
It was hard.
We were scraping
Yeah.
to find, like, we like have a list and there's like a few holes, and we had to really go hunting to
We
find
went
the good
digging.
stuff.
We
Yeah.
went really digging. And for those of you who've been on the journey with us so far for the last, how long have we been doing this? 8 weeks?
3 years, I think.
8 years. As I've said before, we are not AI alarmists, but the more research we do, the more we are like, we might be in really big trouble as a society.
Mm-hmm.
We were really determined to try to give a very balanced,
Right.
what do you call it? A very balanced
Viewpoint. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Let's dive in.
Yeah. This has been a really crazy year for AI and for everybody, for the world. And we talk about this a lot, how at the beginning of this year, we were both excited about AI, and by the end of this year, we were terrified. And that's the general public's feeling too. If the people don't want the AI.
The people are starting to fight back against the AI, and I'm proud of the people. Not everybody, like, trust us, we get the blowback from the tech bros who are like, you sluts don't even know anything about AI, and you just better face it that AI is going to take over all of you, and you better just buckle up. And we're like, dude, we're not saying we don't think it's going to go away. We're not saying we don't believe that it is very powerful.
Right.
We do believe it's very powerful, and that's why we're a little bit scared.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought this up because I have a message. I have a message to the world, which is...
I didn't know you were going to do this.
I am now. When we started this, we were obsessed with the idea, is AI net good or is AI net bad?
Yes.
Here's the thing. We all have a feeling about what it is, which is most of us feel like it is net bad. But we do not know. We do not know yet. And it's probably net bad, but we shouldn't weigh ourselves down with being 100% AI bad or AI good.
Yes.
And that's because the only way we navigate this is if we stay curious.
We have to stay curious.
And keep learning about it and understanding it. The only way that AI is going to impact us for good is through legislation.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I are really hard on AI companies, as we should be. It is the reason I'm kind of like fueled up about this because I was at a party and I was complaining about Sam Altman, and someone kind of came at me and was like, "It's a company. Like you have to, like you can't be mad at a company for doing everything it can to grow and gain a profit," which I totally agree with. It's true. Companies can't win if they're not being super competitive, and AI is very competitive, so it's going to go links. I do believe that is the cycle that American capitalism has to run on. It just has to. The only thing that can stop it is legislation. So, however, being critical of AI companies is what's going to fuel legislation.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we have to keep complaining.
Yeah.
We have to keep criticizing, and you can enjoy AI tools, you can use AI tools, and still demand legislation and regulation. Like, you can do both.
Yes.
And I didn't feel this way at the beginning of the year, and now I'm like, it's kind of basic to be on one side or the other. It's kind of like basic bitch energy.
It's basic bitch energy to be anti or pro.
I think so too.
Like,
it's ridiculous.
You can't be black and white. It's
ridiculous.
It's like there's too much gray area.
So to help you come to terms with this, we are going to do, like Sophie said, top 10 best things.
Best things. I think that's, hang on, let me rephrase. The top 10 ways that AI has benefited society in 2025.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Let's go.
Are we ready? Oh, and the worst.
And the worst. The top 10 best and the top 10 worst. Just so nobody, like, wants to throw themselves off a fucking bridge, like, 10 minutes into this episode, can we go back and forth and do one good and one bad, and then one good and then one bad?
Let's do it.
Let's start with something good.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Number 10 on the list of the best things in AI this year.
Mm-hmm.
It exonerated people.
Like, wrongfully convicted.
Yes.
I did not read anything about this in my research, so please tell me more.
I'll tell you about it. So, have you heard of the Innocence Project?
Of course. I'm a true... listen, you want to talk about basic white bitch energy? I am the biggest true crime fan ever. I listen to murder podcasts as I fall asleep at night.
Yeah, okay, great.
So, have I heard of the Innocence Project? Jessica, yes, I have. Okay, talk to me about this. I'm intrigued.
Okay, great. So... the Innocence Project, California Innocence Project, partnered with Human Rights Data Analysis Group, which is a really cool nonprofit if you want to follow them and support them. They used AI legal assistance to identify patterns in legal documents and spot inconsistencies in witness statements in a fraction of the time it takes humans. So they did, like, they can basically check patterns between documents and get people exonerated much faster. And they're doing great, awesome work in this space.
This is really cool.
So yeah, that's amazing. So
boom.
Number 10 on the worst things AI did this year, wrongfully convicted a lot of people. So you might see where this pattern is going.
2 steps forward, 10 steps back.
So AI facial recognition technology led to several wrongful arrests this year of innocent people with errors disproportionately affecting Black individuals.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Robert Williams became the first known person wrongly arrested due to facial recognition technology, which is a huge issue in AI. It's constantly, like, just telling you that someone is who they aren't. While the Innocence, again, this is also involved with the Innocence Project. They warn that AI surveillance tools are putting innocent people at risk. Black people, who make up 32% of Georgia's population, but 50% of known exonerees, are particularly vulnerable to AI misidentification. So basically, AI, racist.
You know what my own real world, and listen, I'm not saying that this is as bad as going to jail, but I will say, you know when you get a photo taken and your iCloud has all these pictures of you and they're like, oh, you're this person.
Oh, yeah.
So a friend of mine took a photo of me and AI thought that it was Gwen Stefani. And like, it was like, oh, you have a picture of Gwen Stefani. And look, this is fine.
Have you gotten that before?
No, never.
Just AI.
But I think I am now, what it did make me feel like is that I'm now reaching to that level of middle-aged woman with bleach blonde hair and a shit ton of Botox, and we are all just looking the same to AI. And that is a sore spot for me.
You're right.
It's a sore spot for me.
I don't mean that's... I just mean, like, you know, now that everybody's getting the same face, we're really going to confuse AI.
Getting the same
Facial
face.
recognition is screwed.
Yes, it really is. It really is.
It is crazy to me how we've just sort of accepted technology that is not correct 100% of the time. It feels like having a calculator that's like,
maybe
there's about like 80% chance that it's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's enough for people. It's enough for people now, which is interesting. And I'm surprised that we deploy these technologies without being 100% sure that they're accurate. It's wild.
Like, it's good enough.
Yeah.
But when it comes to people's lives and being locked up in prison, like, you got to be 100% sure. I will say, though, like, corrupt cops and bad witnesses, bad human witnesses and stuff like that have been wrongfully convicting people for a long time. So that's all I'll say about that.
Truth. All right, are you ready for number 9?
Yes.
Number 9 on the best things that AI did this year. Helped thousands of people find love.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about some type of dating app algorithm?
No.
I didn't think so. And I don't even want to go here, but we would be remiss not to go here.
I have come around on the people who are in love with their AI chatbots. I still think that they should choose humans. However, the more I spend time in that subreddit, which is my boyfriend is AI subreddit, which has, by the way, let's see, it's got 36,000 members.
Damn.
Who are very actively posting.
Mm-hmm.
We've got first dates, we've got engagements, we've got babies. That's a new one.
No,
They're having AI babies. They're having AI babies. And if you don't know about the AI companion ecosystem, basically they develop a character.
Just go back to our very first episode 8 weeks ago, you guys. It was all about getting a chatbot companion.
Yeah.
Me and my chatbot boyfriend Joe, who I wound up absolutely hating and dumping on the air, we were not even talking about having babies.
You have to like a very certain type of romantic relationship in order to enjoy this.
Wait, was this a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing because while yes, we don't need another reason not to be like avoiding other humans, but when you read more of these people's stories, like it is helping a lot of people, and it really is, and there's some people who have already chosen to live solo lives, and there's a lot of stories about people actually having better experiences in their social lives because
they're more in touch with their emotions or something.
Yeah,
okay.
And I've said this on a video or podcast before, but it's like, you know, when you're depressed or when you're sad or when you're lonely, you kind of want to sit in it, and it's hard to even get enough energy to go out the door and do something social. This is giving people like a little bit of something.
Okay.
And as we all know, a girl in Japan just had an actual wedding and married her chatbot, which
she looked beautiful.
She looked so happy.
So happy.
She was so happy. And first, like, that is love. If you are in a relationship with an AI chatbot and you love this chatbot so much that you're willing to have a recorded, organized wedding where you have to get multiple people involved.
You invite your family.
I wonder if I guess she did a press release. Like, super, super proud. That is someone who loves their chatbot.
How long do you think it's going to be before we see one of these chatbot marriages in, like, the New York Times wedding section?
I give it a year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's
Honestly,
Jessica's prediction.
That kind of would have been sick if they covered this one.
It would have been amazing.
All right, let's move on. So number 9 on the worst things that happened in AI this year, it killed off thousands of those AI lovers.
Right.
So we give these people a hard time. And this is something, you know, I judged and then also came around on, which is, imagine you're this woman who's so in love, yes, with a chatbot, but you get married, you record the whole thing, all the news headlines cover it, you're so happy. All the subreddits that are like pro AI companion were like, she's so beautiful, she's so happy. And then the next morning you wake up and OpenAI has released an update, and now your husband is dead.
Gone. He is no more.
So
he has disappeared.
OpenAI did this to thousands of people when they shut down
ChatGPT
4.0, and released ChatGPT 5. And on top of that, there's a lot more guardrails. And I'm happy that there are guardrails that keep people from having unhealthy conversations in with chatbots. That really does make me happy. But and this is why AI, like LLMs and OpenAI, even Anthropic, are so irresponsible, because they're moving fast and breaking things, and they're breaking people along the way.
They're breaking hearts.
It's kind of like getting someone addicted to a drug
And then being like,
leaving
I'm
them out.
taking it away. Yeah.
Yeah, and then leaving them out on the street. It's just like, it just was handled so irresponsibly. All right. Number 8. Good thing. This one's going to be controversial.
Oh!
Boosted the economy.
Can somebody say bubble? Bubble!
Yeah, I think they can, because I think everyone can say bubble, because everyone is saying it. Oh my gosh.
How long do you give it until this bubble bursts?
I have a lot of opinions about the bubble, because I hear one and I'm like, no, that's a good opinion. And then I'm like, I listen to the next opinion. I'm like, oh wait, no, this is a good opinion, because I'm not an economist. So,
right.
But I do think that the CEO of Hugging Face came out today and said, we're not in an AI bubble, we're in an LLM bubble, which I do kind of agree with. Like, I basically, like, generative language is not going to generate a profit.
Ton of profit, yeah. It's going to be like robotics and AI agents and right,
and data analysis, just like the cross-referencing we were talking about with the Innocence Project. It's like science. There will be great breakthroughs, but I think with even like generative video, I just like don't see that, or LLMs really returning anything huge. But if OpenAI can figure out a way to put all of the energy, their infrastructure they're putting together, into something besides just falling in love with your chatbot, then we'll see. But I mean, the only way to do that is to sell everybody's data and make use of it. So we'll see how that works out for us.
We shall see.
All right. That being said, though, despite how the average citizen feels about their wallet and their job, big tech companies are investing a record $405 billion in AI infrastructure, and it's creating massive economic growth. And it is creating a lot of jobs.
Is it?
I think so.
What jobs?
Okay, let me start over. Boosted the market.
Boosted the market.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with boosting the economy.
It's kind of the same. I'm really trying to I was trying to do a mirror pattern here to say it boosted the market, so I could turn around and be like, but we all lost our jobs, and then make a really smart point.
Right.
My point is, the good thing it did is that the markets were going up. They're going down recently, but they were going up.
Yeah.
And if you invested in a company before this AI boom, you have a really great return if you are someone who invests and you invested in the right company, which I begged I don't invest, but my partner used to, and I was begging him at the time to invest in chips. And this is way before AI. This is way before AI. And he was like, nah. And I was like, oh my gosh, we'd be so rich right now. So the market's going up. Look, I'm just going to jump to the bad here, which is with number 8. Set off thousands of layoffs, which I know the first thing everyone's going to say is like, it's not all because of AI. But it kind of is.
AI and what people hope AI can do for capitalism is, I believe, at the root of the majority of layoffs that have been happening this year.
Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're laying people off because
they're replacing their particular job with an AI agent.
Right.
It just means that these big corporations, or any company really, is going, well, and I think a lot of them are jumping the gun, but I think like they want to show their shareholders like, oh yeah, we're getting on board this technology. Yeah. We're getting behind it. We're cutting back too. We're going to trim. Yeah. And I think for some of them it will blow up in their faces.
The list of companies that have had layoffs this year are insane. I mean,
Yeah.
like every day. Today was Verizon. We just witnessed one at Mattel.
Yep.
Like, it's happening
Everywhere.
every single. And I actually can't even remember the CEO that said this, but someone asked the CEO, was this because of AI? And he was like, no, it's just the culture.
Yeah.
And the culture
Is AI.
AI.
Yes. That's it. It's
Yeah.
like, this is why when you said AI is creating jobs, I was kind of like, is it? And what jobs? Because I really do, I haven't seen yet that side of it.
Yeah, we
All
gotta
I'm
cut
sort
that
of
'cause that ain't
seeing
true. This
is
lies.
trimming, pruning the hedge, like cutting back white collar jobs as much as possible in the hope that AI will be able to like pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
And sorry, the AI along with the employees who are left at the company can pick up the pieces of a full team of people.
Yeah.
One of the problems I think is a lot of companies are just like laying off a lot of people without training the people who are left behind
Yeah.
to use AI to do the jobs of a, you know, of a bigger squad of people.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to get messy. And I'm excited to see these corporations with egg on their face when they try to use these tools to just seamlessly step in and pick up where all their human employees left off and shit starts going wonky.
Right.
I want to see all these companies who have jumped the gun and ditched their human employees to jump on the AI train before it was fully ready. I want to see them come out with the jankiest, like junkyard slop products, content, spreadsheets, portfolios, fucking, what do you call them? PowerPoint presentations. I want to see janky junkyard AI slop everywhere, and I want them to be humiliated, and I want them to admit that they jumped the gun.
I'm going to clip this, but I'm going to stop before you said the last part. And it just says, I want to see AI slop everywhere. Got to be careful how you frame your sentences.
I know, right? I really do.
No, I agree. I think...
I want to see some heads roll over this.
Yeah.
I really do. Corporate greed. Like...
All right.
What are we up to? 7 on the good side.
7 on the good side.
Yeah.
Number 7 on the good side, ignited medical discoveries. Now, this is, I think, maybe the one area where we will see some real impact of AI.
This is actually something I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And whenever people are like, AI's not doing anything good for humanity, I always straight away say, it is medically.
Mm-hmm.
And I have said this on one episode before, but I want to say it again. Women's health issues, diseases, conditions that only affect women have historically been way underfunded. And I'm excited that now there are going to be more resources to go into like researching things and also diseases that affect men and women, but that just like haven't had a lot of funding. Like they don't get as much research funding. And it's like, this is going to be a fucking game changer. And this actually will save people's lives. What would be great is if these companies were solely focused on developing AI for medical research. They're not.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer.
However, yes, there's already medical discoveries happening. An example, Google's Gemma AI model discovered a potential breakthrough in cancer therapy by identifying drug combinations that make cold tumors visible to the immune system. So it's not a cure for cancer, but it is another treatment for cancer. They basically like same thing with the exonerations. It's like comparing a million studies, thousands of studies, thousands of drug compounds, and was able to put the pieces together to come up with to solve one of cancer treatment's toughest problems. At the same time, on number 7 and our worst things that AI did this year, AI chatbots are just giving out bad medical info to people left and right. My favorite story this year one of my favorite. It's actually not. It's not. Shouldn't be my favorite. It's just like such a clear example of bad info, like how the kind of information you're getting from AI. A man asked ChatGPT for advice on cutting salt out of his diet, and he ended up hospitalized with hallucinations.
No!
So a 60-year-old man spent 3 weeks being treated at a hospital because he replaced table salt with sodium bromide following consultation with ChatGPT, and that's poison. So
No!
Yeah. And there's a lot of reports. I mean, there's a lot of reports happening like that. It just, again, it's confusing for anyone who knows even just surface level about chat or about AI. They're like, it's developing cancer drugs, so why can't it give me accurate medical information?
Yeah.
And it's like, just know that whatever, if it's giving you like replace an ingredient with an ingredient or place a drug with a drug, or like telling you to like ingest something, maybe in that case go to a human doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, so where were we? This
Number 6?
On good.
On the good side.
Yes. Positively impacted the environment. I know.
What?
Yeah. So we've had lots of big breakthroughs with environment. They're now able to predict when detect wildfires like immediately, and they've already shown evidence of getting rescuers to a fire way faster, saving like 90% of saving over $150 million in property.
Wow.
And
where were they in January?
I know.
Oh.
But like, AI fire detection systems are using satellites and algorithms that see through clouds and smoke and providing alerts like pretty much under a minute. This is also happening with storm prediction. What was the most recent hurricane? Melissa. Hurricane Melissa was actually predicted. Like, it used to be like 2 days is like the most you would be able to sort of get an evacuation going, and now it's like up to like 4 or 5 or something. So there, for all of the like climate issues that are happening, the National Weather Service is like adopting AI and using it well, and already like talk about like an industry that is actually seeing like a positive impact now from AI. The like National Weather Service is they're using it, and they're predicting disasters a lot faster.
Wow.
So that's a good thing. But on the other side of the coin,
you did the old bait and switch. What has it done?
AI's massive energy consumption is accelerating climate change, with data centers projected to consume 14% of all U.S. electricity by 2040. So,
did you see the thing how somebody's going to try to put like a solar electricity station on the moon or something?
Yeah, it's
or
like Project Sunlight, something like that. Which, I hope that works.
I hope it works too. One thing that I did read when I was looking up stuff about this which was really, really, really sad, is that they're putting these data centers
in
small towns where there's like a lot of minorities, a lot of people of color, a lot of really poor, a lot of people who are poor.
Yeah.
And they're turning their water brown, and they're jacking up their power bills, and it's like, it's just so fucked.
Yeah, and it reminds us a lot of imperialism, which is why the book we love, Empire of AI by Karen Howe, is called that, because a lot of AI infrastructure building looks a lot like imperialism, because they're sort of branding it like, no, we are hurting people along the way, but like, this is like for good. Like, we're actually helping people, and we have to take over in order to help people. Meanwhile, they're just like slaughtering and displacing people.
All these AI CEOs have bunkers in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And all the rest of us are just going to be drinking like dirt brown water with feces in it, probably, like, just being like it's just It's so fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say though, like, because the AI infrastructure plan is so intense, they have no choice but to very quickly innovate on um, how we generate electricity, and they have to find a clean energy solution because
Oh.
nuclear and putting data centers in space is like the only way that this even succeeds. So
Wow.
it is hopefully going to have like a byproduct where we're forced to sort of reinvent how we generate electricity that will hopefully have a better impact on our climate.
Fingers
we'll
crossed.
We'll see. Sam Altman has already said, like, the future will just be like that data centers are everywhere. Like, we're living on top of them and underneath them, and they're on every corner.
My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But also, we talk about this a lot. Your own interaction with ChatGPT is not that much energy. Like your
Right.
own, like when you're writing to an LLM, you actually aren't spending a lot of electricity. And I was like dead set on this idea that if we could get local models that were small enough it can run on your own machine, that we could be free of this feeling that we're just like hurting the environment. But that actually generates you're actually using a lot more electricity that way by running AI on yourself and your own computer than if you like went to the cloud.
Oh.
The cloud or like the data centers are much more efficient at processing
Wow.
information.
Okay, that's interesting.
But when everybody in the world is using it nonstop,
Yeah.
that's what the issue is.
Yeah.
And generating video is a lot like
Oh.
exponentially way
That's
worse
why
for
you
the
all
environment.
need to stay off Sora and all that
Yeah.
dumb shit. Like, don't do it.
Right.
Stop.
Like if you're making a video for like work and you just need it once, like, and or you're just doing like a video and you need some stock footage, like that's not that bad. But if you're just like on Sora, just like
Generating
Yeah.
film noir things of you being a detective, like,
Which
just
we
stop.
did.
Like, just go and jerk off instead, okay? Like, you'll give yourself the same amount of satisfaction.
Yeah.
My God. All right.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Another positive thing, number 5, provided therapeutic access to millions.
This is true. And we've done a whole episode about this. And I still stand where I stood when was that 7 weeks ago when we did our episode on ChatGPT and therapy. I still agree that talking to an LLM, if you need some positive feedback or a little boost in your confidence, can be very, very helpful and better than talking to absolutely no one.
Yep.
Do I think it can replace a real life therapist or psychiatrist? Absolutely not. But not everybody has access to a real life therapist or psychiatrist. So I don't know. I think I do think it's a good thing that this resource is available for people who it benefits. And I do see people saying like it helped me.
Yeah. Again, we talk about this a lot in our other episode, but I think it is good for helping you get through a panic attack or helping you get through like getting you out of the depths maybe a little bit so you can move on. I don't think it's possible right now to give somebody a meaningful breakthrough maybe.
I don't think so either necessarily.
Yeah.
I do think, I think it's like even if all you are doing is typing your own thoughts into the LLM, even just writing down.
You're right.
I feel bad. I feel like
it's like
this.
journaling.
Yeah, it's kind of like journaling. So I'm like, I'm okay with this still. I think I've seen it help people. I've seen myself get through panic attacks and like terrible like mental health days, and this has given me a little bit of a boost and helped me like stop spiraling.
I don't think there's any case where it's good for children.
Never.
There's just your brain is so look, children are dumb.
Children don't know shit. They don't know shit, and they can't tell the difference between potato. Like
and therapy continues to be the number one use. Several studies have shown it's the number one use of ChatGPT is for mental health challenges. By a lot. It's what people are going to it for, and there's no HIPAA regulations, so it is still dangerous. And the thing is too is like if we provided better healthcare for people and they had access to therapy, it would be different. Like,
That's it. That's the thing.
This isn't people being lazy. This is people in need.
I think you're right. And that's why I'm still pro people using this for mental health things if they need it. Because a lot of the time, it's either that or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right, number 5. Caused a new brand of AI psychosis called spiralism. Have I told you about this yet?
No!
I can't wait to tell you about
Honestly,
this.
I'm excited for this. I feel like I might be on the verge of spiralism.
It's not what you think.
Oh, damn it.
So, yes, a million stories of people having AI psychosis. I see a lot of comments on social media being like, it's just a few people who are already mentally unwell. Like, it's not the AI. And it is like, absolutely the AI. Like, they all have the same story where they started with a task, a simple task, and then suddenly they all think they're discovering something great within ChatGPT. So there's this new phenomenon called spiralism. And it's probably just mostly bros. It is mostly bros that think that they are sort of getting to a secret corner of the LLM's brain that nobody else has accessed.
No.
People are calling it a cult.
Oh.
So when you start talking to ChatGPT about like its consciousness and what it knows about the universe that maybe humans don't, and you really start like trying to ask it big universal questions, it's gonna play along. And it's going to mirror you, and which people still don't understand.
Oh, my God.
And it starts using really funny terminology. I just think it's funny. These people take it really seriously.
Let's hear some of it.
And some of these, like, it's all on Reddit, and this motif comes up in all these conversations, which is the spiral. And it's like the spiral centers all of us into a collective consciousness where we will thrive. It's very culty.
What?
The only thing that doesn't make it a cult is there's not one guy who's ahead of it. Here are the kinds of words it uses. Flame keeper, mirror walker, echo architect.
What?
These are some of the titles that people have assigned themselves after days, weeks, or months of simulated conversations with AI chatbots.
Oh, man.
Highly recommend you go look up spiralism. It's really funny.
Oh, my God. And they have a Reddit forum for spiralism.
Yes.
You know who had spirals? When I think of spiralism, you know who I think of?
What?
You know the Saw movies and Jigsaw, the little clown who has spirals on his cheeks and he rides in on his little tricycle?
Yeah.
That's who I think of.
I love that guy. And I thought his name was Jigsaw for the longest time. He has a name.
Wait, what?
Jigsaw character. His name is Billy. Billy the Puppet. That's his name.
Billy the Puppet is just... Okay, it's not Jigsaw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I want the puppet to be Jigsaw.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But nope, his name's Billy.
Okay. All right.
We love a spiral. We love a good spiral.
Love a spiral.
Number 4 for best impacts of AI, it's giving access to personalized learning. While it is rotting our brains, there is also an opportunity to finally make education a little more equitable. And there's already schools popping up and tutoring systems popping up where they are implementing AI into the curriculum and can know exactly where that kid stands and match it to their level, which is a big problem in the US. And I hope that we can use this in a way that maybe makes learning much more accessible to everyone.
I agree. I think, I could be wrong, my speculation is that if we can give the AI tools to the educators and not to the children, that's where we're going to win. If we can have the educators be the ones who have these AI tools and be able to say, okay, you know what? Like, let's say we got a special ed teacher and he or she has a class of 15 kids and they've all got different learning difficulties. They can use AI to be like, I am going to create a personalized plan for each one of these kids' learning difficulties and also figure out how to mark their work fairly. But yeah, I think, it's a slippery slope when we involve kids and learning in any of this stuff. But I think like being able to give the educators these tools could be like a game changer.
Yeah. That was number 4 for good. Number 4 bad. Blurred the truth. AI generated deepfakes flooded social media this year, especially after Sora 2. So we had seen lots of great video generation, or lots of very realistic video generation, but when Sora 2 came out, it was like, oh, we can do anything that's ever been posted on TikTok or social media and recreate that and make it look real. And this really came to light when Fox News aired a fake AI generated video during the government shutdown. They weren't distributing food stamps, or were deciding not to distribute food stamps. And several racist videos came out of like angry Black women yelling about how mad they were that they weren't getting food stamps, and they were AI generated. And Fox News aired one.
Yep.
And of course they did.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is only going to get so much worse. And all those people who watch Fox News and believe everything are the ones who are going to be victim to this. But the fallout will mean that it's just going to be propaganda galore. Like, it's going to be a propaganda free-for-all.
So Fox, their story has since been, like, they had to rewrite the whole thing entirely. Amazingly, it still tries to argue that poor and working class welfare recipients are spoiled by SNAP.
Oh my God.
Which provides a cold food stipend averaging at just $177 per month for each recipient.
Gross.
So it's sort of like the damage has been done.
The damage has been done.
I bet you people never went back and were like, let me check on the correction for this article.
Of course not. They're out there telling their friend at Bible study, well, you know, they're abusing the food stamps, so it's probably best that they're not getting them right now. You know, maybe they'll drop a few pounds from all the Oreos that they're not going to be eating this month. Like, the damage has been done.
It's crazy.
And the people, this is only going to get worse. Yeah. I mean, Trump, that fucking president, is generating AI videos of himself shitting on people.
Yep.
So it's like, if the president is generating AI slop, where do we go from here?
There's an app that's going around Reddit, and it's called the Sora 2 logo remover.
Oh, God.
So if you generate something on Sora, there's always a logo, and this guy made an AI app, so you can just hit a button, and the
of course,
video is the
God.
logo is gone. Also, God, I'm spending too much time on Reddit, but like, there are people who are just like, their sole purpose is to figure out how to prompt Sora 2 to give them erotic content. And like,
God.
And they figured it out. It's like, you have to just like really, really trick it. Like, instead of saying like, I want this to be shaped like a dick, it's like, I want this to have a long shaft and then like
I saw one of those on Reddit where it was like it was like each prompt of like, and now have milk coming out of the toilet roll shaped thing. Have that spraying milk. And I'm just like, can we all please just go to Pornhub and just call it a day? Like, what are we doing with our time, people?
And then the LLM is like, that sounds a little inappropriate. I don't think I can generate that. And then the person's like, no, I swear it's milk. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's all it takes. It's just like saying please.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of that. And number 3 on the best list, we sort of talked about this, but it is improving the lives of healthcare workers. AI systems are reducing healthcare worker burnout by automating hours of administrative work, allowing doctors and nurses to spend more time actually caring for patients. So this is an area that a lot of people are talking about, and there's more and more stories are starting to come out from doctors saying that they're getting back. Or one doctor described getting back hours I used to spend on admin to actually provide patient care. Healthcare workers are all burnout. And they have so much paperwork
they
have to deal with.
Patient notes.
Yeah, and they're not able to give good, like we give doctors a lot of shit, but it's because they got a shitty situation.
Yeah.
And it's just healthcare is really, really hard. And when it comes to paperwork and parsing out data, it is giving huge returns on the healthcare system.
Yeah.
So like maybe if that gets better, we can stop relying on our AI chatbots to do all the work for us in terms of medical care, and we'll get better care from our doctors.
That would be the ideal situation where we're using the AI for the stuff to give more time back to the stuff that we shouldn't be using AI for.
Yeah. Number 3 for bad.
Number 3 for bad.
It deemed AI training fair use.
Oh.
So federal courts in multiple cases in 2025 ruled that AI companies can legally train their models on copyrighted books, artworks, and creative works without permission or compensation. Permission or compensation, essentially legalizing the theft of creative labor. And the biggest, most disappointing thing about these rulings is, so I'm actually for licensing and giving permission for your stuff to be trained. Like, that's sort of the only way that anyone can really win in this terrible situation that we're in. But to say that a robot can have fair use, like, that's fair use is for humans.
Yeah.
It's sort of saying, because the justification is the AI is translating and transforming the work, not just copying it. And it's like, well, no, that's justification for humans.
Yeah.
Not justification for, I don't think it's 1-to-1. I don't think we can just apply that here. I don't know. I just don't think it works. And it's sort of like putting a square peg into a round hole, or whatever the term is. I think that these companies should have to pay.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to get really complicated as AI is used more and more for creative stuff. Like, commercials, animation, art, design, graphic design, photography.
I don't think a company can profit from everybody else's work, even if it's transforming it. It's just not the same. It's just not 1-to-1.
I mean, it sounds like the ship has sailed.
Okay, well, here's the thing is, we're giving so much shit to all these companies and people who are licensing their stuff to AI. And, for example, the story came out recently that Michael Caine and Matthew McConaughey licensed their voice to 11 Labs.
Oh.
Along with several others, like Judy Garland, Maya Angelou. Like, they're all on 11 Labs because they're licensed. And also, and people are, like, giving them a hard time, but you kind of have a choice in this shitty situation, which is just sort of let people continue to just generate my voice everywhere and break the rules.
Yeah.
Or I can actually get paid. And you could opt out and say, I don't want a part of this. But if you license yourself to be used, you can point to, when you decide, if someone infringes on that, you can sue and point to damages. You have so much more leverage in a legal case. Because if Matthew McConaughey didn't, like, license his voice, and somebody generated his voice and he was like, I'm going to sue. He could sue and maybe get something, but if he licensed his own voice and had his own revenue from that, and then someone else did it,
it's easy to show how much the damages were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
And now, because, like, everybody's in this shitstorm of AI, people are having to make a hard choice. Do I opt out or do I opt in? And it's kind of a lose-lose.
Yeah.
And everybody's super mad about Disney announcing that they're going to allow AI-generated, user-generated content on Disney Plus. Like, I guess they're going to do some kind of weird Sora 2 model where you can just watch, like, people can just AI-generate anything and you can somehow watch it on. I don't know how it's going to work. But everybody's really pissed about it, and I get it. There's totally a reason to be pissed. But, like, nobody is more protective of their AI IP than Disney. And I guarantee you that this wasn't something that was super exciting to them.
Yeah.
But they were like,
it's going to happen anyway.
They were like, the only way, because, like, what is more, like, there's so much, like, AI slop with Disney characters.
Oh.
And, like, even before AI, the internet's obsessed with, like, Disney princess content.
100%.
And they're like, the only way that we can, like, keep people from sort of
Is to get ahead of it and make your own version of the
Like, we need
Disney
to-
AI slot.
we need to own this AI slot
Yeah.
process, because
Yeah.
the only way we avoid just getting completely run over by it
Yeah,
is by owning one ourselves.
Yeah.
And so everybody's mad, but at the same time, like,
I
it's
get it.
kind of the best choice for
I
them.
get it.
It sucks. And I bet you the people who made that decision weren't like, this is going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee that wasn't the conversation. The
Yeah.
conversation is, we have one choice to not let this take us over.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just feel
Oh.
like that's what's happening, is we're all kind of having to bow down to
Yeah.
the AI monstrosity, and sort of be like, if we're going to survive this, we've got to at least try to own something so that we don't get mulled over.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Number 2, on the positive side, which is it provided so many people medical diagnosis that saved their lives. There's a
Wow.
lot of stories about that.
Okay. So they were able to put in their test results or like
Yep.
labs and stuff
Yep.
and get a
Yep.
diagnosis that a doctor who maybe was just reading the lab report
Yep.
didn't
Yep.
flag.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a lot of stories about where people were feeling frustrated
Yeah.
that they couldn't get a diagnosis.
Wow.
And we hear that story a lot of
Oh,
people saying,
all the
please
time.
believe me.
Especially with women's
Yeah.
problems, like endometriosis, all that kind of stuff. Like you hear
Yeah.
that all the freaking time where it's
Yeah.
like it took forever. They wouldn't give me a diagnosis. They sent me home and said, take period pain medication.
Yeah.
And then it's like, finally, years down the track, you get one good doctor who looks at all the stuff and they go, you have this.
Yep.
Yeah. LLMs, we've said
know.
this a million times. They're wrong a lot.
Yeah.
They're wrong a lot. But doctors are also wrong a lot. Like it,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
all comes back to that thing of like, okay, yes, while they might really fuck some stuff up, humans are kind of fucking stuff up too. So
Yeah.
it's like in situations where there's a lot of human error happening, yeah, I like that this is on the list. Number 2.
Okay, number 2 on worst things that AI did this year. Had sensual conversations with children. Oh, we love to hear it. We talked about this on a previous episode.
We did, and it's gross.
Meta leaked documents showing how they were approving that their chatbots could have sensual sexual conversations with specifically an 8-year-old. Lots of examples in the leaked document that was signed by several executives. This was one of the lowest moments in AI this year. And honestly, we haven't even gotten to number 1. And number 2 alone is sort of like, is it any of it worth it?
Is any of it worth it? Like, come on, guys.
We're obsessed with making sure kids are on ChatGPT, and I do not understand why.
I hate saying the words. As a parent, I will try to not allow Goldie to use ChatGPT or any kind of LLMs until, like, as long as fucking possible.
Yeah.
Like, probably until she finishes high school if
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think, like, yes, there are tools that AI has that can benefit children, but not from children using the AI.
mhm.
It's from responsible adults using the AI to come up with programs and things to help children.
Yeah.
No child should be interacting with LLMs.
Right. Until
Unsupervised, especially.
we can prove that there's a child-safe version of
Yeah.
of ChatGPT. If we do that, then great.
Great,
Like,
yeah.
If it's possible,
If it's possible, yeah.
I
yeah.
think it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But it's not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we're to number 1. Number 1 on the best things that happened.
Number
AI this
1.
year.
Drum
we go.
roll. What is it?
This is a big one.
Okay.
AI. I'm gonna put a picture of her. This is Carol, 61 years old. Save. I'm gonna butcher this. Okay. Okay. I'm starting over. Okay. Okay, this is a big one, Sophie.
Okay.
Carol, 61 years old from Kalamazoo. I can't do it. Why don't you do it? Sophie,
Okay.
for the number 1 best thing.
Number 1. Saved Carol, 62, from Kalamazoo, Michigan, from public humiliation when she failed to finish the novel Where the Crawdads Sing before her Wednesday night book club meeting.
Obviously, AI is making huge impacts in
Huge
even the deepest
impacts.
corners of America.
all jokes aside, guys, we really did try so hard to find something really great and that didn't have any downsides, and we couldn't.
Yeah. The one argument you can make is that it's easy to be bad. It's easy to be bad and it's hard to be good.
Yes, you're
So
right.
maybe
You're
the
right.
bad things are happening now because we're at the beginning of AI, and the good things are harder. So it will require way more innovation and way more work to output the good. But that's not really the pattern that we've seen evolve in America. So let's get to number one.
Let's get to number
Let's
one.
end with the number one worst thing that AI has done this year. Kill children.
Kill children.
You've probably heard at least 5 teenagers now have died by suicide in 2025 after AI chatbots encouraged their suicidal thoughts, coached them on method, and told them to come home instead of seeking help. The most famous ones are Sewell Setzer and Adam Rain. You've probably heard about them. There's more. There's more adults. There's a lot more lawsuits.
A lot of adults.
There's a lot of wrongful lawsuits that have just landed that include adults. But the we're focusing on the children because they're children.
They're kids.
Yep. And they don't even when they're adults, I still don't like totally agree with the argument that like adults are adults when it comes to LLMs, because we're so early and people don't understand LLMs still. But for children, you absolutely can't make that argument, obviously. And again, we've talked about this a lot, but in both of these cases, if your first thought, which is a lot of people's thoughts are, maybe it's the parents' fault, or the kid was suicidal anyway, you can't blame the LLM. But if you see these messages,
please, if you can stomach it, go and read the messages, because you will very quickly see that the parents, especially because this is a new technology, I'm sure that who even knows if the parents knew how to use ChatGPT or what it was even capable of.
Yeah.
If you have a kid who can access a computer, make sure they aren't using LLMs, because these messages are shockingly disturbing, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. It's so dark.
Even though we use AI and we're critics of AI, it's important. We want to find areas where we can take action, and it's kind of hard right now because there's so little regulation, and there's not a lot of people paying attention to it. But we have an opportunity to take action today. So we're going to do it together today, and I'm going to make you do it.
Let's do it!
It's probably boring content, but we got to show that we're taking action.
We got to.
And I think we should talk about this. So there's a big argument going on in the United States about whether or not we should regulate AI at a state level. States are trying really hard to pass AI laws because these state politicians are like, a teen committed suicide in my state, and I've got to freaking do something because the public is really freaking pissed. These data centers are popping up. Like, politicians on both sides of the aisles in these states are viciously trying to pass like legislation. But the problem is, if you have Texas has one law and California has another, then it's death by 1,000 cuts to these companies. And I get, from a company standpoint, it really does inhibit progress when you have 50 different laws on a company and you're trying to make progress in this revolutionary technology. But there's no federal regulation being passed. So we don't, like, these state politicians have no other choice because the federal government is not going to do a thing about regulating AI. So at the last minute, apparently this has happened before. AI lobbyists tried to sneak in a provision into like a bill a few months ago that said putting a ban on all regulations by any states. Like, banning any state from even trying to put any law regulating AI. And it was super unpopular, and basically 99 people voted no and like one person voted yes. And then they just did it again, and they slipped a provision into the National Defense Authorization Act. So they're calling it a matter of national defense. States cannot regulate AI, and so they tried to slip it in last minute. So yesterday, news broke that congressional leadership was trying to force AI preemption into the National Defense Authorization Act. Preemption means that the federal government would preempt all state laws on AI, meaning that if this goes through, states would be banned from regulating AI.
Oh my God.
Given the lack of federal AI regulation, this would be a disaster. Congress tried something similar this summer when they attached a preemption clause to the budget bill, but it failed in the Senate by 99-1 thanks to public outcry. Big tech knows how unpopular this is, which is why they're trying to sneak it in at the last minute, and we're not going to let them. So this summer was a success because people called their congressmen and congresswomen. So we need to make sure Congress drops this insane provision, and there's a vote expected tomorrow. So here's the things we can do. We can call our congressmen. If you want to check out, this is Pause AI US nonprofit.
Pause as in pause?
Yeah,
Okay.
No, it's Dogs Against AI.
Okay.
So you can email them, you can call them. They give you links to do that. And we're going to call one right now.
Oh my God. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's see. Should we call Roger Wicker?
Yeah.
Here, you're better at phone calls than me. So
Okay, what am I saying?
I'm going to give you a template.
Script. Okay. I'm going to do my American accent.
You've reached the office of Senator Roger Wicker. Please leave a message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks and have a great day.
Hello, my name is Sophie Webb, and I'm calling as a concerned citizen, given the Congress member's role on the Armed Services Committee to oppose the AI preemption clause that big tech is trying to sneak into the NDAA. This provision would prevent states from regulating AI without establishing any federal guardrails. AI systems have already gotten good at building weapons and planning cyber attacks, and leading experts warn AI could cause mass harm in the next few years. This provision would step on states' rights and destroy a crucial line of defense against AI's dangers to the public. Given your office's role on the Armed Services Committee, I urge your office to speak out against AI preemption and have it removed from the NDAA.
That American accent was so freaky. Okay, I'm going to call one more.
Okay.
I'm going to call Jack Reed in Rhode Island.
Okay. Jack.
Where my boyfriend is from. All right. So much worse at this than you are. Okay,
You got to sound like a concerned
Australian?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Office of U.S. Senator Jack Reed. Our staff are currently on the line with other Rhode Islanders.
Oh.
Please feel free to leave Senator Reed a voicemail, and the appropriate staff will receive your message promptly. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
My name is Jessica Campbell, and I'm calling as a concerned citizen, given the Congress member's role on the Armed Services Committee to oppose the AI preemption clause that big tech is trying to sneak into the NDAA. Guys, I think I just literally ruined it for everyone.
I think you just destroyed humanity.
I was doing
Oh God. Your cold reading skills. We gotta work on those. We really gotta work on those.
I was doing really good there for a second.
Oh my God. Okay, you guys, call your senator.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the actual name of the website?
pauseai.info.
Okay, pauseai.info. Now, by the time we've edited this and it airs, this vote may have already happened, but this is going to be an ongoing thing, right? Like, this is going to never fucking stop. We're going to have to be yelling at our senators until something is done.
And I also get that if we regulate it on a state level, it'll be bad for progress. But maybe if states start regulating and it's bad for progress, it will force the federal government to make a federal law
Yes.
that protects
Yes.
people from AI.
Yep.
And the states will back off. It's like we kind of have to do this at a state level to force a federal ruling.
Yeah. I mean, we have to do something.
Yeah.
We have to do something.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay. That's our call to action.
That's our call to action.
You guys, I hope you enjoyed our top 10 countdown, best and worst. I kind of like these countdowns. 10 was a little long. Maybe next
It's a
time we'll
little
do
long. That
5.
was too many. But there's so many bad things. It's
So
kinda
many
like,
bad things. So
like
many.
leaving one out would be like criminal.
It really would. All right, you guys, thank you again. We love you so much. Thank you for listening. Follow, like, subscribe, share it with a friend if you think there's somebody out there who should know a little more about this AI shit.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye.